My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. And I welcome to my YouTube video station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. It's right around there. It's close enough. Anyway, I have about, 50 years of direct IRS work experience. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff, and we are dedicated to IRS tax resolution. Anyway, at the end of the day, I make these videos for three reasons. I started watching these YouTube videos, 2 years ago, and there is so much crap and lies out there. I see where people get confused and get ripped off because they don't know what to do, so I try to clear some of that up. From an insider, I try to give you insider information from the Internal Revenue Service, so you know, in fact, what you're going to do, what you can do, what you can't do, and I like to educate you. You'll find me in the description section below if you need to get a hold of me. We're available for representation and consultation. You know, a lot of times you owe the IRS money and you can only pay so much money, and the question is IRS only going to take what you have to pay them? The answer is yes. If you can't pay the bill in full, IRS will have to work with you on the tax debt that you have. They have three programs that I just want to talk to you about. They'll have to work with you on what you have to pay, so don't worry. Matter of fact, I want to write that key phrase down because I'm going to work with it. They have to work with you. That's important because you may not have the money to pay. You may not be able to get on a payment program that they want, so you're going to have to self-create your own payment program, which they allow. So anyway, there's three ways to close an IRS case. The first is you can't pay the money. You just don't have the money at this time. They can put you in what's called a currently non-collectible file. That currently non-collectible file, it's good and bad. They put it on the shelf for 3 years, 2 years. They'll come and revisit it. Penalties and interest run on that liability, and like I said, they will kick it up. They will grab your refund because you owe the debt, so you can change your W-4 and trick them and get your money so they don't take your money every year. Two, you can make a payment agreement. There's a couple different type of payment agreements. You can make a streamlined payment, or you can set it up for 6 years, or you may be able to just pay what you can pay. That's another way that you can just pay them. You only can pay X amount of dollars according to the national standards, and they will set up a payment agreement with you. And the third way is the offer and compromise. I taught that program, which is the tax debt settlement for pennies on a dollar. Last year they accepted 19% of all offers and compromise that were filed, and if you're eligible for that, someone will have to look at your current financial statement to make that determination. So how does IRS work this whole process? IRS needs to have a financial statement from you. A 433F for the service center, the RO gets the 433A, the 433A OIC goes to the offer and compromise. But before, if you're going to hire somebody, okay, you have to give that financial statement to that person so they can know what category to put you in. If you're going to call someone and they're going to say, I can do this, I can do that, and you did not give them that IRS financial statement, they're lying to you. There's no way they can tell you exactly what they can do unless they have the financial statement. I don't even take cases here unless you provide that statement because I don't know what the result will be. So if you're going to work with someone, you must give them the financial statement that IRS is going to use because there are very targeted questions what they want to know. I want you to know something that's very, very important in this whole thing. IRS has what's called a national standard protocol in which they're only going to allow you to spend X amount of dollars on certain expenses. IRS is they're going to limit your food and clothing, they're going to limit your housing and utilities, they're going to limit your car payment, and they're going to limit your operation for car. If you want to know what those are, put in your toolbar IRS National Standards 4. The first one is housing and utilities. The second is housing and utilities, food and clothing, automobile payment, and operation costs. They will dictate to you what you can spend in that category. So anyway, make sure all your tax returns are filed. Make sure your compliance, your estimate payments are up to date if you're self-employed, and make sure your withholding is up to date so you don't get caught in the cycle behind. So if you need a payment agreement, IRS will. If you need professional help, give us a call. If this video was good to you, please leave me a subscription. I thrive on subscriptions. I was going to say prescriptions. I probably do that too, but that's how YouTube runs this thing. Anyway, if you leave me a comment, you want me to do a YouTube video, go ahead and stick it in my comment section. Thank you.